Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening whenever and wherever you're watching this video from. Quickly, in this video we are going to answer question 8 of 2024 Mathematics Paper 2 Internal Exam, and this is statistics. Okay, we are going to answer the whole question. Are we together? We are going to answer part 1 and part 2. So the first one, we are asked to calculate the standard deviation. Here we are asked to just complete the cumulative frequency table. Then here to graph the cumulative frequency table. Then here we are asked to find the semi-interquartile range. This is 12 marks in total. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the first part, which is the standard deviation. How do you find the standard deviation? There are two methods. Basically, there are two methods of calculating standard deviation. There is the table method and the formula method. So, in this video, we're going to use the formula what? The formula method, because it saves time, okay, than the table method. Now, what type of data is this one? This is grouped data, because there is a range 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 6 to 4 to 6, then you have up to 10 to 12. So this is grouped data. Okay? Now, how do you find the standard what? Standard deviation. Standard deviation, the first thing we are going to find the mean. Okay? We are going to find the mean. The symbol for the mean is x bar, like this, is equals to. Now, check how we find the mean. All right? So, to find the mean, we're going to use this frequency here. So, it is the value, each value, 5, in this case, times the mid what? Exactly. Times the midpoint. Okay? Times the midpoint. So I'll get back to the midpoint. So let me just show you like this. So open bracket plus 15 times the midpoint plus, what's the next number? 25 times the midpoint plus 20 times the midpoint. Okay? Then what's the next number? 10 plus 10 times the midpoint plus 5. Is it visible? Yes. Times the midpoint. The whole of this divided by the total frequency. Total frequency here, how do you find total frequency? You add these frequency here. 5 plus 15, 20 plus 25, 45 plus this one, 65, 75, 80. In other words, just to get some, most of the times you are given in the question, okay, there are 80 learners. So total number here divided by 80. Are we together? Which is the total frequency. Now, my good friends, listen. What is the midpoint? This is how you find the midpoint. Check. Between 0 and 2. Which one is the mid? What is the midpoint between 0 and 2? Okay? In other words, add the two numbers, 0 plus 2 divided by 2. Even here, 2 plus 4 divided by 2. 4 plus 6 divided by 2. Now, guys, that is just wasting time in the final exam. Just to get the number which is in between 0 and 2. What number is that one? 1. Because 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. What is the number between 2 and 4? 3. Okay? So here we're going to write 3. Okay? I hope you're now getting the pattern, because 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Are we together? Nice. So 4 and 6 is what? 5. 6 and 8 is 7. 8 and 10 is 9. 10 and 12 is what? 11. Simple, right? Now you can calculate. Okay, let's calculate. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 15 times 3 is what? 45. 45 plus 25 times 5 is 120, 125 plus 20 times 7 is 140 plus 10 times 9 is 90 plus 5 times 11 is 50 what? 55. Then divided by 80. What are we finding? We're finding them what? We're calculating the mean. Are we together? Very good. We are calculating the mean. Why? Why are we calculating the mean? Because check. Standard deviation is equals to the square root of summation, okay, of fx squared over summation of what? Of frequency minus mean, okay, minus the mean squared. This is the formula. Are we together? Okay, so that's a formula. So we need to find the mean. This is what we're doing. We will come to this part. Are we together? Now let's proceed. Now let's add this 5 plus 45 plus 125 plus 140 plus 90 plus 55. It's giving me 460. Okay, 460 divided by 80. Remember what we are finding here is what is the mean. Okay, so when you divide 460 divided by when you divide 460 by 80, we are getting 5.75 as the mean. Okay, now check in the formula here. Check in the formula there is a square, so we need to square this. Are we together? Let's square the mean. Okay, let's find the mean square. So we're going to square 5.75, the whole of this squared. Okay, so when we square our answer, we're going to find 33.0625. Okay, so guys, we found the mean and also the mean square. The mean is squared. Are we together? Nice, nice. So now let's find this party. Okay, this party of the standard deviation. This one. Are we together? Now, this is very simple. Check. This is summation of frequency. When you add all the frequencies here, 5 plus 15 plus 25 up to 20, up to 5 here, and it's just 80. Okay, 80. Now, what is this? Frequency times the midpoint squared. Frequency is these 5, 15, 25, 20, 10, and 5. Okay, these are frequencies. Then the midpoint, these are midpoints 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Then you have to square them this time around. Okay, so I'm going to copy this the way it is. Let me just copy it here. Nice. So this is, so I've just copied the way it is there. Now, since on the formula here, check, there is a square to the midpoint, which is x. So, well, I'm going to just square, put a 2 where the midpoint is, a 2, the 2, 2, 2. Then that's all. Okay? Then, now, let's solve. Okay? Let's calculate. Let's calculate. So here is 5 times 1 squared is just 1. Okay? Then 15 times 3 squared is what? 9 plus 25. 5 squared is 20. 25 plus 20. 7 squared is what? 49 plus 10. 9 squared is 80. 81 plus 5 times 11 squared is 120. 121. Okay? 121. Okay? So the whole of this divided by what? Divided by 80. Now, we are almost done. You can just multiply. Okay? 5 times 1, we know that it's what? It's 5 plus 15 times. So you can just punch, even here, you can punch everything on the calculator and find the answer so that you don't waste what? You don't waste the time. So you can even punch everything here. Okay, like this. So you can punch like this. So let me just check so that and make sure there is no what? Mistake. Okay, so the first is 5. Okay, like this. All right, so 5, 9 times 5 times 15 times 9, 25 times 25. Then we come to 20 times 49, 10 times 81, then 5 times 121. Yes, so we can just say is equals to 3,160. All right, so the answer after doing all this is 3,160 divided by 80. Okay, so you can just say divided by 80. The answer is okay, so the answer is 39.5. Okay, so now having found this side and also this one, you can just subtract. Check here. All right, let me just show you nicely. The formula for standard deviation SD is equal to the square root of summation of f x squared over summation of f frequency. All right, then minus the mean squared. Okay, now according to this, the square root, we found this part which is 39.5 minus. Now, have we found the mean? Yes, we have found the mean. How about the mean squared? Yes, it is 33.0625. Okay, square root. You see? Now, the square root of, now when you subtract, you're going to have 6, the square root of 6.4375. Now, what is the square root of this answer? The square root is 2.533722289123. Now we need to leave our answer correct to three significant figures, okay, according to the instruction, because the degree of accuracy is not specified. So we're going to say 2.5, okay, up to, so we have 1, 2, 3. Then this number, after this number, there's a 7 which is greater than 5, so you can add 1 to this one and it becomes what? 4, and this one is the standard deviation. And that's the answer. Are we together? Okay, now let's solve the second party. So look at the second party. The second party is saying, which is party B, answer this part of the question on a sheet of graph paper. Number 1, using the table above, copy and complete the cumulative frequency table below. Okay, now look at this. Let's complete this one. It's just 1 mark. The cumulative frequency we add. So the first one, which is 0 plus the frequency. 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 plus 15 is 20. 20 plus 25 is what? 45. Now 45 plus 20 is what? Is 65. So I'm going to write 65 here. Then 65 plus 10 is 75. 75 plus 5 is 80. You see, the total number has to be equal to the total number of learners. All right. So just copying this on our graph paper, this is how it will be. Here, I'll write 65. Then what is this? 75. Okay. 65, 75, then 80. Okay. This is question 8B, Roman numeral 1. Are we together? Now let's go to this party where we're supposed to graph. Using a scale of 2 centimeters to represent 2 units on x-axis, all right, from 0 to 12. Okay, x-axis 0 to 12. Then 2 centimeters to represent 10 units on the y-axis 0 to 80. This is very simple. This is very simple. Check, guys. Since this is statistics, we don't have negative don't have negative part, so you can start from here. Okay, the second last box here. So you can just write your 0 here. Okay, so now in the x-axis, let me just write here. We're going to use 2 centimeters to represent how many units? 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. Okay, 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. Then we are told it should range from what? 0 to 12. Okay, so this is what I'm going to write here. Okay, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, this is the x what? The x-axis. Now, remember on the graph paper, we're supposed to use a pencil because when you make a mistake, you can erase. But when you use a pen, you can't erase. Okay? You just waste time in the exam. So me, I'm using a pen because a pencil may not be visible, okay, in the video. That's why I'm using what? I'm using a pen. So this is the x-axis, and the x-axis here, according to this, it is what? Time in minutes. So here I'm going to indicate nicely as time in minutes. Okay, time in minutes. Now in the y-axis also, we're told that it is 2 to represent what? 2 to represent 10 units. Okay, so let's do the needful. 2 to represent 10 units. Okay, so we're going to say 0 here, 10, 20, 30 here, 40, 50. We got to end on what? 80. Yes, we're supposed to end on 80, 50, 60, 70, then 80. Okay, then here we're going to write number of learners. Are we together? Number of learners. So you can just turn your paper like this so that you write nicely, and just write number of learners. Okay, number of learners. Nice. Then you just draw what? With a pencil, with a pencil using a ruler, you can just draw the y-axis nicely. Okay. Okay, so after drawing, you indicate nicely that this is the y-axis, of course. Then this is, where's the x-axis? This is the x-axis. Okay, this is the x-axis. Now let's start plotting. plotting. Okay, so let's start plotting these coordinates. The first one, so these are x coordinates, these x, and then these are y values. So 0, 0, so you go where 0, 0 is. So 0, 0, you indicate, you need to be indicating these coordinates, by the way. So this is where 0, 0 is. The next is, what's the next one? The next one is 2, 5, 2, 5. All right, 2, 5. So 2 is here. 2 is here. If 2 is here, then 10 here. It means that each box here is 1. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? So since it's 2 to 5, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, you indicate nicely. This is where 2, 5 is. The next coordinate is 4, 20. All right? 4, 20. So we have 4 here, then 20 is here. 4, 20. Next coordinate is 6, 45. 6, 45. Okay? 6, 45. So 6 is here, 40 is here. So 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. This is where 45 is. Okay? Next is this 8, 65. 8, 65. This is our 8, 65. 60 is here. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So this is where 65 is. Then next, we have 10, 75. 10, 75. So this is where 10 is. 10, 75. 70 is here. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Okay? 10, 75. 71, 72, 73, 74. Yes, 75 is here. Last but not the least, 12. What is it? 12, 80. 12, 80 is the last coordinate. This is where 12 is. Then 80 is here. Okay? 12, 80. All right. So these are our points. Okay? Points. So you can just connect them. You can connect them. Let me start from the top here. Like this. Remember, I'm supposed to use the what? Very good. The pencil. Okay? We're doing the right thing so far. It's looking neat. Okay. So this is our smooth curve. This is our curve. Okay? Like this. This is our curve. Now, what is the next question? The next question is saying, showing your method clearly, use your graph to estimate the semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range. This is very simple. By the way, this graph is question B2. Now, semi-interquartile range, I'll solve it from here. It will be B3. It's B3, right? B3. Okay. Now, we need to find the semi-interquartile range. We're going to find the upper quartile, okay, the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. We're going to find the Q3, and the Q3 is found by saying 3/4, 3/4 times the total frequency, which is what? Total frequency here is 80. So we're going to multiply by what? By 80. Are we together? So times 80. 4 here, 1, 4 into 80, 20. Then 20 Q3, 20 times 3, there is what? 60. Okay? So, is this 60? Am I correct? Let me make sure that I don't want to make a mistake. 3 over 4 multiplied by 80. Yes, it is 60. So, this is 60. We should also find the lower quartile. Okay? The lower quartile. Lower quartile is 1 over 4 multiplied by total frequency, which is 80. So 4 here, 4 into 80, 20. So the lower quartile is what? Q1 is 20. Now, I'm going to use these two. Okay? We're going to use these two to find the interquartile range, then the semi-interquartile range. Are we together? Very good. So, the Q3, we're going to go where 80 is, where 60 is, because Q3 is 60, sorry. So 60 is here. So, using a ruler, I'm going to draw a straight line, okay, like this. Let me just use dashed lines. Okay. Or if you want, you can use a solid line, it's okay. Okay. Up to the point, up to where it is what? Touching this curve. Then it drop the what? The line nicely. Okay. Okay. All right. Like this. Like this. So, indicating here. Like this. So, check. This is the Q3. This is the Q3. And the Q3 as 60 is giving us the answer. Check. This is 6. Check. It is 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. And there are 10 boxes here. So, this means that each box here is 0.8. How did I find 0.2 each box? You divide the units given divided by the total number of boxes. Okay, so we're given 2 centimeters to represent 2 units. So you say 2 divided by 10, and you're going to find the 0. What? So 0.2. Okay, 0.2. Are we together? Very good. So here you can say, so here it is 2, 4, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.82. So here it will be 6.2, 6.4, 6.8, 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. So here it is 1 point what? Sorry, 7. Let me start again. 6, 6.2, 6.4, 6.6, 6.8, 7, 7.2, 7.4. Very good. 7 what? 7.4. So found 7.4. That's to prove if this will be 8, 7.4, 7.6, 7.8, 8. So here I'm going to write 7 point what? 7.4. Now what is Q2? Q1 I mean. So Q1 we're going to go where 20 is and do what we've done to Q. Okay. So this is where 20 is. Up to the line connecting what? Just joining. And when you just come down here, drop it down. This is the exact number 4. Okay? This is the exact number 4. So there's nothing to struggle here. Okay? There's nothing like struggling. We've already, it's a 4. Are we together? It's a 4. So Q, this is Q1. All right? So Q1 we found 4. Q3 7.4. To find the semi-interquartile range, this is now how we find the semi-interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range will be Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Okay, we will find the range, then divided by what? We will find the interquartile range, then divided by 2. Okay, now what is Q3? We're not getting the 60 and the 20, we're getting the 7.4 and the 4 we found. So minus 4 over 2. Okay, so what is 7? What is 7.4 minus 4? 7.4 minus 4 is 3.4. 3.4 divided by 2. Okay? 3.4 divided by 2 is 1.7. So the semi-interquartile range is giving me 1.7. So we are done. This is what the graph of statistics looks like. Okay? Okay. Like this. So we are done. We've solved this question. If you've enjoyed, guys, consider subscribing and also liking the video. Thank you so much.